Welcome everyone to the 14th Annual Growing Communities Conference, and I'm trying to quiet you down by talking over you, and we'll see how well that does. As the good Mayor Buck mentioned earlier, we are into the awards part of the program, and it's my honor to be able to talk about that. This is the part of the whole process that I enjoy the most. We look over as a Metro Council and as a PIE group, and by the way, the PIE group doesn't relate to the desserts you were having at all. The PIE is public information and education, and those folks are actually listed in your brochure near the end of it. I'm not sure exactly what page it's on, but our process is one where we get a lot of applicants, a lot of nominees in every year, and we have a group of about 6 or 7 people who review all of these requests and compare them and rate them against the blueprint principles, the Metropolitan Development Blueprint principles, which are 21 in number. We don't include all that information there, but certainly you can go to our website and see all that information. But it's interesting because out of the many nominations that we get some that hit very few of those 21 marks quite well, and then we get some that hit maybe many of them not as well. And then we look for those ones where they hit on a lot of the blueprint principles in high numbers. And we have 3 of those this year that we'd like to share with you. And I'll let them come up and share a little bit about their project. The Blueprint Award winners are listed in your brochures. Again, I'm not sure the pages. I should have looked at those ahead of time. However, the first one that we'd like to talk about here is called the Brick Yacht Development Plan. And the brick yacht is not like a boat, like a yacht made out of bricks. I don't know if that would actually even float. But the concept of the brick yacht is Dutch for brickyard. And I believe that's where the Dutch immigrants actually used to manufacture bricks and created their neighborhood at that time in the city of Grand Rapids. The plan really highlights, I think, the way regional principles and local practices come together in the work of making place. I think both the regional development blueprint that we worked on and the City of Grand Rapids master plan really focuses on town centers and a lot of the same kinds of principles that you see worked out through this type of a plan, this type of a more localized plan. The Midtown Association, together with Nederveld Associates and Lot 3 Metz Architecture, applied a lot of these principles when bringing together urban design professionals and a lot of interaction with the neighbors in the area. And they've produced an outstanding set of plans and recommendations that fit both city and regional plans, as well as fill kind of the necessary specific information that's needed for those plans. It really epitomizes the way that we should be building our cool cities and the way that we want to find the right place and the right time for those developments. If adopted by the City Planning Commission, the area-specific plan for this will provide a great exemplar for others and will undoubtedly lead to more of this kind of planning for the City of Grand Rapids as well. So if you read through that section, you'll learn a little bit more about it. But for excellence in neighborhood revitalization, collaborative planning and affordable housing, and community capacity building, the Grand Valley Metro Council awards the 2007 Metropolitan Development Blueprint Award to Nederveld Associates, Lot 3 Metz, and the Midtown Neighborhood Association of Grand Rapids. So give them an applause. Accepting the award will be Mark Miller of Nederveld, Ted Lott of Lot 3 Metz, and from Midtown, Christine Helms-Maletic and Kelly Otto. If you'd like to take the podium?
You first. Go ahead. Well, these kind of outstanding projects, there's always a lot of thank yous. And first of all, I'd like to thank the Grand Valley Metro Council and the Blueprint Committee for awarding us this award and recognizing us in that capacity. I'd also like to thank the client for their vision and their unwavering commitment during this 16-month process. Without that kind of commitment and vision, we probably could have run astray. So I think that that alone really helped to help our process. And then the last person last group I'd like to thank is just the citizens of the Brickyat who were involved from day one in the process. They provided trust in the design team, and they also have a strong dedication and big involvement in their community. So without all of those people, we really wouldn't have had a plan of this caliber. So I guess that's it from my end.
It's excellent to be recognized by an organization that we try to respect and support on a day-to-day basis. So that's very excellent. Christine and Kelly this certainly would not have been possible without them. It's also important that I mention Amy Verhoff, who without her focus as well, we would not have anywhere near the product we do. She makes this plan better and Lot 3 Mets better every day of the week. And then lastly, it's great to be able to do things like this with a good old friend like Mark Miller. So.
Thank you. On behalf of the Midtown Neighborhood Association and Grand Valley Metro Council, this is a real honor. I think this award is a testament to the commitment and the vision of stakeholders, to residents of the city of Grand Rapids, the people who live on the street. I'd like to give a quick shout out to the Grand Rapids Planning Department, Suzanne Schultz is the planning director, and all of the staff. I think the area specific plan tool really served as an impetus for this plan, and it embodies the trust that the planning department has in the residents to make good decisions for their own neighborhoods. I'd also like to thank Ted and Mark. They were fabulous consultants, and if any of you are going to do this, I think you should hire them. Kelly Otto and her husband Jason, who not only work in the Brickyat, they also live there. I think Kelly would tell you that it's both a blessing and a curse, I think, sometimes to live in the same neighborhood that you work for. And thank you again, all of you.
I wasn't prepared to even be here, let alone speak to anybody, so I will just say thank you. It's been a long time coming. It's a lot of work, and I think the residents are really proud of this honor, as well as the faith that everybody has in their efforts, so thanks.
Well, while they're finishing that, I'll go on. The East Grand Rapids is another one of our award winners, and I think they've given new meaning to the term community center. I think the city's taken what was a fairly kind of run-of-the-mill collection of kind of ancillary community buildings and uses, and I think they've really centered something in their community along Reed's Lake. I think their project reflects the prime spot that they have on the lake by focusing on environmental sustainability, and they provide numerous LEED certified features in their project, including green roof, energy efficiency, and the use of sustainable materials, some other site aspects. There's a long list of those items, I believe, mentioned in the brochure. But it's the manner that the building has been made part of a revitalizing urban center at Gaslight Village and its connection to Collins Park and the lake and all the other things going on in East Grand Rapids that I think makes it so unique and worthy. I think even further, the internal building design uniquely kind of provides a central public space, not unlike an urbanist square, if you will, and all the various civic functions kind of seem to meet and can be met from that circular foyer. It's really neat inside if you get a chance to go in. By ensuring this upgrade was rebuilt on this location close to the high school, near the Gaslight Village, near their population center, great access to transit, recreation trails and services, East Grand Rapids has magnified all those essential characteristics that we study about good community in this conference year after year. So for excellence in community design, environmental sustainability, enhancing transit options and compact urban form, as well as sharing resources regionally, the Grand Valley Metro Council is pleased to award the 2007 Metropolitan Blueprint Award to the City of East Grand Rapids. And Brian Donovan, City Manager, is here.
Thank you. I'd like to thank the committee for their kind of vote of confidence in the Metro Council. This is quite an honor, and I know we will place that in a very valuable place in our new community center. I'd also like to thank our architects, Cox, Mettendorf, and Olson. They stayed with us through a long, long process, one millage defeat, and they hung in there, and they deserve a lot of praise for this. Also, Triangle Construction took a very awkward site and built a beautiful building. I'd invite you all to come on over. Actually, we're just a little skip over Calvin, and you can take a drive in and see this. But I'd ask you to get out of your car. We have really been promoting walkability. We've really been promoting the bus system. We're on a major route. Get out, and I think you'll get, Andy did a good job summarizing all we've tried to do to redevelop an older urban area in the Grand Rapids area. And the community center is a composite of that. We worked with the Kent District Library, tripled the size of their library, all in the same building as our recreation department. 5 multi-purpose rooms that we all share. It doesn't matter that Kent District Library is another entity, or that we're a separate municipality. All our offices are there. Again, the whole idea was to have a one space for everybody, and that is how we've tried to redevelop our core downtown area. Where the high school's there, the middle school's there. Let's redevelop that. And our parks and Reed's Lake, which is kind of the focal point for our town. So, again, I invite everyone to come on over, get out of your car, shop, dine, go to Rose's, stop at the library, pick up a book, and come enjoy. Thanks.
And finally, I think the theme of this conference is centers. We've looked at a neighborhood center, a community center, and now we're going to be looking at a housing center. Newberry Place Co-Housing Communities, a unique form of housing that delivers attached condominium-style housing in an urban village style. And it's covering a relatively small area, which may be some controversy in the neighborhood, but it's certainly something that I think supports many of the principles that we deal with at Metro Council. Located off Lookout Hill, the Belknap neighborhood of Grand Rapids, the site will be built with 20 dwellings that include 17 townhouses and 3 1/2-story units in kind of a centralized housing center or kind of a facility center. The latter homes are going to be a part of that center, and that center functions for shared community activities, including cooking, eating, child care, laundry, other services that everyone in the cooperative can be involved in. It's kind of a cross between what might be condominium projects and what we used to call cooperatives, where housing is owned separately and cared for, but the shared commons often found in condo projects is more than landscaping or just taking care of the exterior. It really is kind of a community initiative within that. And besides the location in relation to transit, downtown services, in a great neighborhood, Newberry Place is establishing co-housing in a new way for local homeowners to be directly involved in the creation of their own housing. That's something, too, which I think is different. They've really put a lot of effort into those folks who are going to be living there, designing what they're building. And also they are ensuring that the neighborhood is having input and a lot of interaction in terms of a neighborhood community and a sense of place, shared place. They've also valued good urban design, retaining a sense of place of community, and they're ensuring environmental sustainability as well, and also committing to cultural diversity, and clearly reflects many, many of those blueprint principles I was talking before. So for excellence in neighborhood enhancement and revitalization, community capacity building and citizen involvement, and community design and environmental sustainability, Grand Valley Metro Council is pleased to award a 2007 Metropolitan Blueprint Award to Newberry Place, a Grand Rapids co-housing community. Let's give them a hand. Steve Faber, Phil Shastma, and Kim DeStigger will be accepting the award.
Thank you. On behalf of the 17 households that self-developed this project, we all thank you for this award, Grand Valley Metro Council and the Blueprint Committee. I have a list of folks to thank. But before that, we have a belief that design gives form to values. Design gives form to values. So the things that you value will reflect themselves in how it's built. So I encourage you all to come up to Belknap Lookout and look at our development and guess what we value. I think you'll be able to see it just in the form that it's started to create. Some of those values, though, include an urban location, innovative design, sense of community, diversity, and stewardship. I'd like to thank some of the folks that are involved in this project. As I mentioned, we were a self-developed project. So with co-housing, you actually build the people community before you build the physical community. So we are 5 years in creation from when we started thinking about this to when you actually complete it. As Bridget from Districtor Smith says, it's a slow-cooked meal. It's not McDonald's. So aside from the members of co-housing, I'd like to thank Districtor Smith Architects, who have been fantastic, worked through many design charrettes with us, Vandercote Construction, our general contractor, the Bank of Holland, a local bank that was willing to fund an innovative project that some of the bigger banks passed on. ICCF is our program, or our project manager and owner's rep. Dave DeVelder is here. Thank you, Dave. Miller Johnson, our lawyer, Vanderplug, Berghaker and Associates, our accountant, and Bill Bile, I think I saw you around, who's been helping us get through an alley vacation with great success. I'd also like to thank the Belknap neighborhood, the neighbors of Belknap Lookout, fantastic neighborhood group that, again, backed a project that on the surface might seem a little risky, but at its heart is what everybody wants, a good sense of neighborhood. I'd like to thank the City of Grand Rapids. You've been fantastic in helping us find innovative solutions to some difficult and challenging projects and elements of that site. I'd like to thank a couple media sources. I'd like to thank Rapid Growth Media. We have a tremendous resource and asset in Rapid Growth Media, if you have not checked it out, really profiling positive design in Grand Rapids and creating, I think, a great culture of positive design. And I'd like to thank the forums at Urban Planet. We have another great resource in our community where great discussions are happening around development, and they've been a great supporter of our project as well. And finally, again, thank you to the Grand Valley Metro Council. I think Kim wants to say a couple words from Districtor Smith.
Well, they asked me to say some words. You probably don't want to hear any more words, but let's go for it anyway. My name is Kim DeStigter. I'm with Districtor Smith Architects. And we had the privilege of working on this, what was very innovative project for us. It was the first in West Michigan. There are many co-housing facilities across the country, but this is the first for West Michigan. I think in this setting, I would like to highlight my thanks to the City of Grand Rapids. Let me tell you what the City of Grand Rapids has to do to make this happen. We have to have help from the Planning Department. We have to have help from the Planning Commission. The Planning Commission was a unanimous vote. They were extremely supportive. The City Commission was extremely supportive. And then many of the staff people really did a great job in wanting us this to happen. The City of Grand Rapids gets it. Density is not a bad thing. Density done right is not a bad thing. And I don't know what it's going to take for us, and this is preaching to the choir, I know, to get this disseminated through our community. Maybe co-housing can help a little bit. Maybe we can get people to go up there and visit that facility. Density is an asset in that location. They're a great contributor to their neighborhood. They've created an environment that doesn't look at building as objects. It's the space between the buildings. It's the community that it creates within and without the Grand Rapids community, co-housing community. It's sensitive to the environment. They really pushed us to make some innovative things. They have light wells that also function as traditional natural ventilation. They have extremely well-insulated walls, and they have porches and eyes in this community, both inside and out. And I would like to thank the co-housing people for letting me be part of the project And I would encourage every municipality that does have something like a PRD to go for it. Thanks.